Sense. Right. After this brief moment of self-shame, we can move over to Santatron 2024. So this is really, really new game. And I think it's on itch. I don't know if at this time it's not out yet. I think it's coming out this weekend when you're listening to the previous episode as a pay what you want, but donation accepted.
Because
on itch.io.
On itch, they say available only with Amiga Addict issue 34.
Well, he told me that we were doing this with Amiga Addict, but he also told me on a chat that it's coming out this weekend. I don't know. Maybe they did a bit with Amiga Addict, and then maybe they get the physical disc with Amiga Addict. I don't know.
That's maybe the thing. Nice.
Anyway, he sent it over in an EDF format. So it's a classic Amiga OCS game, so no extended palette. It just requires a Kickstart 1.3 and 500 kilobytes of chip RAM and other RAM, which the Mrs. Slow RAM, I think it is. So you just configure that and it works out the box. Now, the intro is really nice. Like there's a lot of backstory to it that I do not remember. So what it says in the summary is, we have gone too far. Our technological sophistication and quest for better shareholder value led us to perfect, the ultimate Christmas AI. Buynet, the final form of Christmas shopping. Sounds like Amazon. The Buynet funding bill is passed. The system goes online on Black Friday. Buynet begins to learn at a geometric rate, which I have no idea what it is. It becomes elf-aware. There's also puns and jokes in there at 2:14 a.m. And that must be a reference to something that I'm missing. Eastern Time. December 3rd. Santa is removed from Christmas. Elves are removed from toy production. The grotto is seized by AI-controlled toys and filled with shoddy, derivative, and often weirdly disturbing AI hallucinated gifts. This is one hope for salvation. Become Santatron. Evade, attack, rescue Christmas. The game is a homage to Robotron and reminiscent a bit of the other game, some other games we played like Xeno Crisis and there's a game that we mention usually, but I kind of forget right now. Smash TV, that's right, Smash TV. So with that context, how is this game structured? Well, a grotto, as defined, is like a stage. And a stage is comprised by different rooms that are connected to each other. And you can visit the single rooms. And each of these grottos areas has, let's say, a set number of enemies that you need to kill before the grotto or stage is cleared completely. And in these areas and in these rooms, there's lots of enemies that spawn. And there's different ones. There's like gingerbread man. There's other stuff floating around and trying to kill you. And obviously, some enemies shoot you, some enemies don't shoot you, but you have to shoot them back and kill them.
Enemies are toys, right?
Yeah, hallucinated toys, apparently. And as you progress, the number of enemies, toys increase and also change and are more varied. So you've got spinning tops, you've got little cars. There's quite a plethora of enemies actually to deal with as you go further on with the game.
Nice.
There are, different enemies, all toys, and then you got some bigger enemies, like a snowman.
Oh, wow.
Comes in and he shoots you and you have to shoot him back. And then there is yet another enemy, which is sort of unkillable in a conventional way. I think it's called a grunch bot. A grunch bot. For me, I mean, it looked like a jalapeno, to be honest. So... and it was coming in and it doesn't shoot, it just goes around. And what it does is if you knock into him, if you collide against him, then you'll lose some of your score multiplier. Also, in each room, there is an elf to be rescued. And you have to rescue him before he gets kidnapped. And by doing so, you can, obtain some more power-ups, bombs, temporary magical abilities, other bonuses that I have not discovered completely yet. I have played it up to level 4. And that brings us to what this game is about. And it's a score. So what you need to do here is get the highest score possible.
Cool.
And as Santa, with your gun, you have to run around and kill all these enemies. As you kill them, and as you rescue elves, and collect the items that spawn, you increase your score. And certain items will also give you a bonus on a multiplying score. Plus, you gain multipliers also by shooting enemy waves. The score multiplier will last a set amount of time, and if you don't kill any enemies in that time, it will slowly fade away. Or if you obviously hit the grunch bot, it will also take that away. Yeah, you also lose the multiplier if you get hit by an enemy, if I recall correctly, and obviously you lose multiplier and health. So yeah, you also have a health bar at the bottom left of 6 hearts, and once those are depleted, then you also game over. When you start the game, you'll immediately notice that you've got an auto shot. So when you press the button to shoot with Santa, you hold it, he fires continuously and with quite a decent pace, let's say, quite a quick pace. But this is not unlimited, so you've got a limited amount of this, and it's represented in the UI at the bottom with a bar. So as you keep it pressed, the bar will deplete slowly, and in order to recharge it, you have to release the button and it will recharge automatically. So then you have this to manage as well.
It reminds me of Data Man on the NES I played this year.
Yeah. There's lots of games that do that. Yeah. One of them is Dataman for sure. And then you have to go around, pick up all the objects that they spawn around, let's say, and there's quite a few things. And once you've killed them all, the enemies, then you can, it will say as grotto cleared, and you have to go to the next area, basically.
Do they respawn, these enemies, or is it just...
There is a number of them, and they will. So when you start the level, it will say 120 enemies here.
Okay.
So they will keep spawning until they reach that number, I suppose, and then they don't spawn anymore. Then you complete the level.
Because you can walk from screen to screen, and
yeah. You can do that, but the number of global enemies is what it is. So
okay.
you just kill them, and then that's it, and then you finish the grotto. So as you shoot different enemies, you get different stuff. So you can get something called canisters, and you get red ones that give you life. You get yellow ones that give you shot energy, which is like the bar. You pull your bar right up. You can get green ones, which are invulnerability. So your little Santa will start flashing. And you can then just go over the enemies and kill them in like a Nintendo sort of fashion, like Mario. And this is the only way I found to be able to kill those unkillable enemies. So shooting reduces your shot energy and it refills it automatically, as I said. And you can collect the yellow canisters to do that, or clearing a room as well. So every time you clear a grotto, you get your full health back, and you keep your upgrades as well. Even if you die, I think you keep your upgrades, which is really cool. Also, enemies will drop other stuff when they're destroyed, so you can collect them for points or life refills, weapon energy. There are green sparks, and if you pick them up, you'll increase your score multiplier. I think it's done very well in terms of sort of all the mechanics that are underlying here. There are also bombs apparently that you can pick up and use against the enemies. However, I've not encountered any bombs, and I have not been able to activate them. I only know about it because there's a sign at the bottom of the screen, the UI again, that says bombs. Now, I have been told that the bombs start to appear later on in the game when you are maxed out on your shooting power-ups.
You still need that. You still need another joystick with 2 buttons.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. However, I played with one, but it was still a great experience so far. So I really enjoyed it.
Nice.
I've just been playing with a normal shot and the upgrades. So when you get the upgrades, you can definitely feel the difference in firepower, and it works much better. Yeah, it's quite impressive, to be fair. I think we all three brought, I don't know, impressive games for
Yeah.
for Christmas, because usually, it's just like very simple
Sometimes,
mechanics.
a lot of janky stuff for Christmas, just something thrown together in a day or something,
Yeah.
just to, which also can be fun. But these are full-fledged games.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
And I see also when you die, you get a sort of code for your
Yes, you get a code. Believe it or not, he's got a website where you can actually put that code in, and it will give the high score, and you can post it online to do challenges with people around the world, I guess.
I am at that site now, and I see someone with the highest score. He completed the game.
Oh, wow.
You see which grotto they reached, and the second place reached grotto 10, and the first place it says completed. So apparently there's also an end in this game.
Yes, there is. I've not explored the full depths of it. So there's a lot of stuff underlying what is this simple looking game. I played on CRT, so that's really cool.
Are these levels random generated, or are they designed?
That's a good question. I didn't ask this question, to be honest. I think they'll be the same levels. I have the impression... no.
They look random generated.
No, you're right. It says 40 billion procedurally generated grottos.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Multiple control schemes. So I'm going to have a better look at this. And then I'll post a quick look on YouTube for this one. But it's really good. It's been done by many people. So design and programming by John Girvin. Audio is DJ Metune. I think the audio is really nice. It's all about Christmas music with a twist. So sometimes I think I was listening to Jingle Bells, and then it became a bit strange, and it was like beat music, and then it went back to Jingle Bells. It's really good music.
Nice.
Really enjoyed it. The graphics are really good also. Like those...
I really like these enemy types. They really have like a really cartoony style or something. And really, they look really clear. It's really sharp pixel art.
Yes, they're all Christmassy. There's a gingerbread man as well. There's other Christmas things that I don't know how you call it. Spin tops in English. I don't know, the one that you press and they turn around.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of different enemies, and let's say it's a very intense shooter. So I found myself quite addicted actually, and I was playing for quite a while then, and not wanting to put it down. So really nice. They have sorry.
I want to play it too now.
You should try it.
Another high score game.
There's loads of good ones here. So I'm quite impressed with this in particular. This basically also it has been implemented by taking, I don't remember how long it took, 6-8 weeks. So this is based on modifying and improving the Rogue Declan Zero code base, so that he's used the same code for that. He made new graphics and new music, and the gameplay and mechanics have been reworked, and it's more like an arcade blaster rather than a roguelite. So it's just like you just go in and shoot everything basically. So nice. That's what I brought. I highly recommend this game when it comes out. I think if you want to donate, you can donate. It's pay what you want. The author, I've asked him, because obviously being my colleague, I said, "Hey, you doing anything else?" And he was like, "Oh yes." So he's been working on a isometric adventure game for the Amiga, which is taking apparently much longer for him to do, because it's obviously more stuff to draw and different engine, I guess. But he's also making something in between, action-oriented platformer, I think he said, and he's, again, for the Amiga. Everything's for the Amiga. And just as a break off from this isometric game, which I am actually quite looking forward to, because I want to see what he can make. Maybe in 2025, so it would be really cool. And he is really keen into looking into the Spectrum Next as well, which is interesting. I don't think the Mister does Spectrum Next, does it?
I guess not. No, I'm not sure actually. Probably not.
Okay. Anyways, last thing to say: once you finish this game, there's 10 levels total, 10 grottos. And then at the end of each level, you get the bonus. And if you have a score multiplier active, then you get that added as well. So overall, there's a lot of thinking going into this small game. So again, I will highly recommend. I hope you guys want to play it also. And I think that concludes for me. Really cool and really good music. Really Christmassy music as well. And Santa with a gun. What else can you want? It's the best.
And sunglasses.
Yeah.